Good evening. I'm very happy to be here giving an answer to a question raised by an unknown friend of mine about my last video. She said I seems to be very passionate about the subject, but why I have changed the position of Swadhisthana and Manipura Chakra, which is a relevant question. I've told you earlier itself in that video or from my first video onwards, there is some unlearning required, and we should be keeping our mind very clear like a clean slate to do some unlearning. I know all these things will keep coming up, but I'm very happy to give an answer for that. As per the information available in Google, in internet, in Upanishads, in Lalita Sahasranama, even in Lalita Sahasranama, it is said that after the Mooladhara, it is Swadhisthana, then Manipuraka. Wherein in my video, I said after Mooladhara, it is Manipuraka, then Swadhisthana. So her question was why I changed these positions. That is where the unlearning comes in. It is like that we have been taught that sun rises in the east and sets in the west. But does the sun rise? Does the sun sets? As and when we learn and we understand the universe, we understand, we basically, you don't have to teach you that, or, literally the literal meaning of rising in the east and setting in the west. So it is something like that. When you go deeper into any subject, we have to perceive some deeper knowledges also. Like a game, how we used to play when we are all children, like you tell a secret in one friend's ears and it has to be passed on, but by the time it reaches there, it is not what it has been said to you initially. So it happens in lot of information. The same thing, same technique applies to lot of information which is passed on to us through lot of ages. Imagine the ages which has been we are crossing. So sometimes it comes up in different forms, but when you are able to go to the deeper level of understanding, you will understand where it stands, how it is different. So that is where I am coming from. Rudra Yamala is the source of Tantra Shastra. Lot of agamas has been derived from Rudra Yamala, but Rudra Yamala's manuscript has been lost. But a lot of great scholars have quoted different parts of Rudra Yamala in their writings. So we need to basically go back towards that. We are going deeper towards that by correlating different other scholars' writings, and then giving an explanation about Swadhisthana and Manipuraka. Rudra Yamala is a great source of Kundalini Yoga and its relation with goddesses. So in fact, all these chakra, all these things, it has to be part of it. What I am going to say is about my last video and what I explained. Mooladhara, Moola means root. What is Adharam to the roots? Is the earth. That is what is Mooladhara, the lowest part. Then it is Manipuraka. Manipuraka means Mani Puragam. Puragam means something that fills in. Now, money has two meanings, whether it has to be Ratnam or stones or diamonds, or it is other meaning of money is water. So it is next is water. Then comes the Swadhisthana. Now Swadhisthana, the word where it has been derived, Swaha. Swaha is actually the wife of Agni. So anything you give offer to Agni, you basically say Swaha at the last. There can be two stories. One is, nobody can reach Agni because of the heat. Only, the Swaha can reach. Or anything you need to give to her or give to Agni, you can only give through Swaha. So that is why all the prayers, when we need to give, when you have to offer it to a fire, we use the word Swaha at the end of all that mantras or slokas. Now Swaha, Swadhisthana, where she is. Now where she is where the fire is. So Swadhisthana is nothing but straight away related to fire. I know it is not going to be convincing for you if I just explain the words. So I need to quote somebody which you can rely on. Who else other than Shankaracharya? And what else other than Saundarya Lahari? Now verse number 9 of Saundarya Lahari says like this. Mahim Mooladhare, means in Mooladharam it is Bhumi. Kam Abhi Manipure, means in Manipuraga it is Kam Abhi, it is Jalam. So even in Saundarya Lahari, after Mooladhara, it has been said as Manipuraka. Utavaham Stide Swadhisthane, means in Swadhisthana it is fire. Hridi Marudham, means in Hridayam, that is heart, it is Vayu. Akasham Ubhari, means above that, above Ubhari, means above that, above the heart, it is Akasham, that is, which is Vishuddhi. Manopi Bhru Madhye, in Bhru Madhye, between your eyebrows. It is Mano, means mind. Mind is between two eyebrows, which is Agnya Chakra. Sakhalam Abhibitva, crossing all these 6 points. Kulapatam Sahasrare Padmesa, means after crossing the 6 points, somebody who crosses the 6 points in Sahasrara Padmam, there she is. Rehasi Patya Viharase. That means from Mooladhara, she, the goddesses, crosses Manipuragam, Swadhisthana, Anahata, Vishuddhi and Bhrumadhya Agnya, and she reaches the Sahasraram and sits with who? Merges with her Shiva. She makes, in fact, from yourself, from your Mooladhara, the Kundalini energy is raised up and merges with the Shiva himself. Union with Shiva himself. That is what even Shankaracharya has told in Saundarya Lahari. If there any mistake in my pronunciation, I really pray to my goddess to kindly pardon me. Saundarya Lahari of Shankaracharya declares Sri Chakra as the ultimate model of Kundalini. So as per that, after Mooladhara, it is Manipuraga and then Swadhisthana. In Saundarya Lahari, verse number 14, it explains more in detail. You should be able to, if you are able to go through, you will be able to understand more better. As per this Paramparya, we follow Saundarya Lahari and Shankaracharya as the base. It's an absolutely just a seed sown in you, which can go much deeper to it and find out more meanings. It is just a direction. If you want to know more, you need to have an Acharya or a Guru to hold your hands, to take you through. Sometimes so much of information is available online, in books, and so many things doesn't take you anywhere till the time you have a Guru along with you, to show you the path. I'm always been lucky to have a Guru. I should thank Maitreya for giving me immense knowledge. Whenever I ask something, whenever I raise a question, he's always there with an answer. I'm so happy for it and so thankful for that blessing. Seek more knowledge. Be ready for unlearning. That is what I will say. That is, unlearning is what? That particular frame, unlearning, ready to accept any new information which is available for us, will take you to a different level. Otherwise, we will be in the same level, we will not go here and there because we are not ready to accept. It's like an ocean. I don't know even a drop of it, a percentage of a drop. So imagine the immense knowledge which is available for us. The answer is within you. Are you ready for it? Are you ready to learn? Are you ready to unlearn? Are you ready to accept the new knowledges which is coming your way? Then sky is the limit, or even you can keep going deeper and deeper and deeper in the ocean till you find the finer, small little pearl of knowledge or the pearl of wisdom. It's up to you how much you want to know. You have to dive into the sea without fear, without any doubt, to seek that knowledge. Do you remember last time what did I say? I want to talk about Goddess Kali, and where did I go again? Back. So it is not in my hand. I'll travel as the journey takes me. Stay blessed, and I love you all. Thank you for listening.